What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to 100 Girlfriends, this time with episode 7 of season 2, which means we're probably going to be introduced to a new girlfriend today. I think we've got at least 2 or 3 that we haven't seen from the opening and ending, and I'm not sure how long the season is, but I imagine it's going to be another 12 episodes, so I think that does line up with us getting another girl today. So looking forward to seeing that. I think last episode was really fun. Lots of references, pretty hype baseball game. So yeah, hopefully we get something similar today. Do let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Literally just woke up from a nap. Had football earlier today, so a little bit drained. Okay, yep. The blonde girl. No, I'm assuming at some point they're gonna like play with the formula a little bit in terms of meeting a new girl every other episode. Probably gonna fake us out at some point. Oh, you know what? I've been playing a bit of karaoke in Yakuza. I've literally played my first Yakuza game ever this week, Yakuza 0. And it's been one hell of a time. I've literally just finished helping out Michael Jackson and Steven Spielberg film a music video. But I've been playing a lot of one of my favourite things to do on it is the karaoke. I love a bit of Baka Mitai. It's a shame because that song's just so good. I almost always kind of play that one. But yeah, I've been playing a few of the karaoke songs. And I've got to say, the comedy in that game is absolutely spot on. I've never done karaoke myself. Probably won't ever do karaoke myself. That song sounded quite familiar. I wonder if there are some references here, perhaps. This one also sounds quite familiar. Maybe they're just like kind of generic-ish kind of action type songs. Here we go. Bam, bam, bam. I like that one. Hitting all those notes. Yeah, which one's Kasuri gonna do if she does any? I think guys to point out as well. I'm not sure if it was in my comment section, but I did see that Shizuka actually spoke for one of the first times ever, and again here, which is cool. But yeah, one of the first times ever she spoke last episode. I didn't catch that first watch. Oh, you can't. You can't be picky about everything. There'd be so. Well, that's just use AI. But yeah, there's gonna be inevitably so many things she can't do as well as others, so can't get hung up on it. She looked like she was really enjoying it though a second ago. She had a little sing to herself. It was cute. I think she wants to. So have they done what I said in the intro? Did they fake us out with us meeting a new girl? Again, inevitably they're going to do it at some point. You can't just, with a show like this, they're not just going to follow this formula. I don't think. Although it's kind of a bit of a, almost like a Scream-esque kind of self kind of parody that they would continue that. It's so paradoxical. Cuteness booster. Oh. You know, I haven't got to the point where I've well, I have done one, but I haven't done any like tambourine or shakers in Yakuza Zero's karaoke yet. I kind of like singing. I kind of like Kiryu singing them. That's my favorite girl right there. It's a really good song as well, actually. Ooh. Stoic. It's almost like a magnetic force. Well, this is definitely the most we ever heard her speak. And probably will be. A whole song. You crazy. Man, they're gonna have to pay a lot of damages on these walls. The what? What'd she just say? Small what? Joe Karane's doing a pretty good job here. Like, you didn't even need it, is the thing. Like, it wasn't. Obviously, it wouldn't have had this reaction, but I don't think it was necessary to actually. What's it called? I can't remember what the term for it is. Ghost these people, I guess. Not the word I'm looking for, but it was not necessary at all. I was hoping she'd last the longest. Karane is also probably one of my favourites. I think Shizuka is definitely number one though. Definitely. What do you mean it repeats? How long have we been listening to this? It's been like 6 minutes. Fucking repeats. So I did used to love playing Guitar Hero and stuff like that though. I wouldn't say I was a master, but I used to be really good at it. People would always be quite impressed. And you know what was even more impressive for me? I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I didn't even realise. And I always had to lose on these segments, but I didn't even realise you could strum both ways. So whenever there was like a segment where you'd have to go really fast, I would have to just miss it. And then one day I figured out, oh shit, it works the other way. It felt really uncomfortable, but then I was like, oh, that's how you do those segments. Where I had like the drums as well. I think it was like World Tour with the microphone, and the microphone didn't get used very often, as well. I'll say. Neither did the drums, honestly. Why is this whole person censored? Well, they stacked them pretty nicely as well. Who the fuck was that? What does that person look like that we have to censor their whole being? Okay, so we are gonna get to her. So she is fancy. The fancy girl. Wadashi. You hear that word, you know they're fancy. No, I had a feeling she'd be one of these types. They were like the girl from Psyche K. What? A bit of what? Utsukushi. Bloody hell. Utsukushi Sugi. Me. Utsukushi Ushikuchi Sugi. Utsukushi Sugi. That sounds really weird, doesn't it? Utsu. Yeah. No, not a terrible job of pronouncing that. But I'm pretty comfortable with Japanese names at this point. That's a very long one. She's a fancy woman. I guess that's like the equivalent of maybe like a double-barreled name in like English. I don't think you see much of America double-barrel names. Utsukushi Sugi. That sounds like it's like a sentence rather than a name. I'm definitely not calling her that, by the way. She is Mimi. Yes, she is. Yes, she is a narcissist. Although I'm not 100% sure what the definition of that word even is. And I feel like it's probably thrown about a bit too easily. But this girl is definitely a certain type of, yeah. Pretty good. I do like the white hair. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. So beautiful. pennies. Are you paying then? I kind of like the look. I mean, there's a bit too much white. I feel like the jacket should be like black or something to accentuate. But who am I? Who am I to talk about that kind of stuff? But he does look just like a white. He is just white. Yeah, there's a lot of boys looking at her, isn't there? Oh, yes. That is an interesting point, isn't it? I wonder if there is a most attractive person out there, objectively. I don't think there is. I don't think there is such thing. But you see over time how even styles and such change from time to time, and what people find attractive. Like you look at, I think it's GQ. You look at like their most attractive people list from like now and 20 years ago, and I imagine they're probably very different looking. It's all kind of social structure thing, isn't it? And the personal preferences. Personally, I quite like blonde women. I don't think this girl's the most attractive thing ever. Personally, I think we've got a few more attractive girlfriends already. I think even the newest girl is more attractive actually. What? I think just the way she is naturally, I feel like us as an audience are not going to get along with her the best. It's just how she is, isn't it? Oh, here he goes. I mean, obviously, don't ever do stuff like this, but can you blame the guy that much? She's spouting all this. It does piss you off a bit, doesn't it? Is it ruined? I feel like with especially with white things, you can. How would you? Yeah, yeah, that is instant karma right there. I feel like with white stuff like that, you can do something fun, like you can like tie dye it, or just like put some interesting patterns or something on it. Work, work a coffee. Do you ever make paper when you were in primary school? Well, we done, let's say, make paper. We had some like paper and we'd like dip it in tea and it would look like some really old like 1980s 1980s is not really old, like 1800s 1900s type of like old. It would look like old like pages. Maybe you could do something similar with the jacket. I don't know, make it like a stained tea jacket. He's a good person, yes. That is the essence of beauty. We all like to think that way. It's definitely not. Yeah. Beauty, perceived beauty is definitely much more superficial than you'd want it to be. So it's good to know she's got a bit inside of her. As I said a minute ago, just how she is not. I'm not sure she's going to be anyone's favorite girl right off the bat. But you can do some interesting stuff with this. Excluding. You are lucky number 10. Isn't a bad number. Yeah, I like the number. Rentalo family. Here they are. Yeah, it's Nano as well, which is quite the chance. Shame she didn't get to see almost like the sex change version of herself. And yeah, she does. That is the most beautiful girl. Okay. She got a big forehead, hasn't she? Oh yeah, that doesn't really work. Beauty search contest. I'm glad we're getting a lot of Shizuka today. And I've got to imagine, yeah, we're right near the end. I imagine this is going to continue to next week. Who the fuck's this now? That was her? Who is that? Who's that referencing? Sesaman. I ain't got a goddamn clue. Yeah, good episode. I think the first half was definitely a lot stronger than the second half, in my opinion. I feel like with characters like this, me. You know what Me really does actually. It is actually a very accurate name for her, isn't it? Me. But yeah, I feel like we've seen a few characters like this in anime before, and they usually all kind of, I wouldn't say one note per se, but you've seen it before, and there's not really much difference here, is there? In fact, it's actually like kind of a little bit less comedic. I feel like in again Psyche K, it's done a little bit more in a fun way. That was only the first episode meeting her, first half of an episode meeting her. So hopefully we get a bit more of a deep look next week. See some different aspects of her personality. You know, I knew all these guys would be good at karaoke because they all sing this ending and opening. But yeah, it was nice to. Does that is one thing I haven't actually looked up. Does Shizuka sing in the opening and ending? I haven't actually noticed, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was really nice to see her get a bit of a moment to shine in this episode. Like I said, she's probably my favourite. This girl, again, we've only just met her, so it might be unfair, but she's honestly probably one of my least favourite. Again, just the way she is tends to put people off. Of course, tends to put me off quite a bit. But I do actually find these characters really annoying to start out with. and I don't like them to start out with. But as I said about like the Psyche K girl, she grew on me a hell of a lot through the time of watching that show. Like I absolutely hated her for the first few episodes, seeing her, and then it's like, oh, you know what? She's actually quite funny, and it's actually a little bit charming in a sense. There's slight differences between the two, but hopefully it might go that way for this me as well. But yeah, she's probably one of my lower ones. And again, I actually think there's one. Yeah, there's at least a couple more girls more beautiful than her, as we see in this picture here. But I like blonde women. I don't think they're my kind of. I think they are my type, but I feel like I haven't really had too many relationships with blonde women. It's always been more kind of brown-haired girls. But yeah, totally away from the point. Do let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions though. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the new girls entrance. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day.